Hey, all right, so let's do it. Discover your worth. Where can we begin to get to a place to discover our worth? You got to think about it. When you understand that you have self-worth, is directly related to your self-love, right? If I know how worthy I am, the more worthy I know that I am is the more that I love me. Because I know that I'm worth it. I know that I'm worth that right relationship. I know that I'm worth my destiny. I know that I'm worth my promise. Baby girl, hey love. Trill, Black Rice, Cash, babe, hey love. Jam Jam. I know that I'm worth it, so I gotta love myself. I love myself more because I know everything that I have experienced in my life, that's not something that I had deserved. I know that there's something more for me. When we talk about self-worth, we dive into a place that we're giving ourselves the same respect, dignity, and understanding that we do to others. You know, I'm giving you, when you say that I'm worthy, when you find your worth, when you know that you're worthy, you're giving yourself the same respect and dignity and understanding that you do to others. And if I'm giving myself the same respect, respect means deep admiration. Oh, okay. You know, a lot of us, we come to a place because we do not understand our worth. We give so much respect to people, but yet we do not give it to ourselves. I respect my mother. I respect my father. I respect my grandmother, my grandfather. I respect my children. I respect my family. I respect my friends. I respect my boss. We respect these people, having this deep admiration for them. But when it comes to ourselves, it's nowhere to be found. We respect people quickly, easily, more than we do ourselves. And that's because we haven't come to a place to discover our worth yet. I love my mother. She gave birth to me. I love my mother. She's been there for me when nobody was there. She loved me unconditionally. I'm not even saying, I'm talking in general. I'm not saying me, myself. I'm saying somebody could be saying that. Someone that has loved you unconditionally. And let me finish what I'm saying before you answer. Tears cleanse the soul. Yes, that part, preacher. Broke solid. Hey, love. Entertainment only. Someone that has loved you unconditionally. That you have messed up. Over and over and over again. And that every time you turn around and you could do something so wrong, they're still there for you. They still got their pom-poms and ready and cheering you on, and they're still your number one fan. If you have ever experienced that in your life, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. I want you to put a 1 in the comments. That's what God does for me. Come on now, entertainment only. Let's talk about it. If you have ever experienced that before, that real unconditional love, I ain't talking about no fake love now. I ain't talking about the love that wavers because you did something wrong. I ain't talking about all that. I'm talking about real love. If you ever experienced real love from somebody, unconditional love, that you don't stop loving me because I make mistakes. Come on, Tina. Come on, preacher. Come on, Pete. You don't see me different. You know what unconditional love is? Miss Double, thank you, Goddess. You know what unconditional love is? Bradley, unconditional love is being ever ready to believe the best in people. That's what the word says, ever ready. That means when I'm in my mess, when I'm in my success, whatever I am, in whatever stage in my life, you always see me as greater. If I'm in the dirt and I'm low in the valley, you see me on the mountaintop. When I'm on the mountaintop, you see me on a higher mountaintop. Come on. This is what unconditional love is. I'm ever ready to believe the best in you. I know you're where you need to be. I know you feel great, but honey, there's more for you because that's what you deserve. This is what people do when they love us unconditionally. This is unconditional love. Matter of fact, this is him. This is the Most High. He is unconditional love. Pink face, hey love. Perlin, 1475, hey love. Doc Black, welcome love. Thank you, Goddess. I appreciate you. So we all put one in the comments, but what I'm saying is when we come to a place of, this is the reason why I asked you, when we come to a place of self-worth, we give ourselves the same respect that we do for the people that we put a one in the comments for. That's where it gets a little bit hard because, you know, there was a period in my life I'd do anything for my father. I would take my life in the blink of an eye. You hear me? I still will do everything for him, but guess what? It's different now. I hold my life higher than his, and you know why? Because I can't love him the way I should if I don't. I can't love him, Mela! I can't love him on 100, on 1,000, if I can't love him the way I need to, if I'm not on 1,000. I would give everything. I would give everything. You hear me? Every single thing for him. But now that I know my worth, I respect myself like I respect him. I hold my being in a deep admiration. And that's what we're talking about. I'm trying to get to a place that the worth that I have for the people that I put a one in the comments for, that I have that for myself first. Because how worthy are you that you get to experience them? I'm going to get a little bit deep now. When we come to a place of self-worth, then we feel we're worthy enough for the same respect that we hold for the people we put a one in the comments for. We will hold them with the same, we will hold ourselves with the same respect. And you know what's deeper? For us to be able to be blessed with these people that we're talking about, that we put in a one in the comments for, that we shouted out because of the love that they give us in our life. How deserving are you? For the Most High to bless you with someone that you love so dearly, that loves you so hard. You gotta be worth something, love. Because if you feel you're connected to someone that is worth everything, honey, the reason why you got it is because you're more. The reason why you got it is because you deserve it. The reason why you got it was because of your worth. Oh, come on now. If we have dignity for ourselves, that's saying that we have a state of quality of being worthy of honor and respect. Believing that you're worthy, the state and quality of believing that you're worthy to be honored and to have respect. Rags, welcome for a busy. Do you see that? Do you believe that you're worthy to have honor and to be respected? That's what dignity is talking about. I do have dignity like I do the people that I talked about in the comments. So that respect is deep admiration for someone, and that's drawn out of by their abilities, their qualities, and their achievements. So what I'm saying to you is, do you admire your abilities? Do you admire your qualities, your achievements, what you have overcame, what you have survived? Come on now. We're talking about suicide awareness. We're adding this to it. You have survived something. So do you respect and have this deep admiration for the ability that you had to survive? The problem is that we've been let down so much, and we've been talked bad about for so long, and we have dealt with these negative thoughts for so long. I'm going somewhere. We have dealt with these negative thoughts for so long that we don't appreciate, or we don't see the worth in what we have conquered. Come on, P. Gray, hey love. Mela, we don't see the worth in what we have conquered. Candy, I haven't discovered my worth. I don't know, you know, my value. I don't know. I haven't discovered it yet. Come on, Third Shoes, JJ, come on now. Pooh, hey love. I don't know. I know you're asking me to discover my worth, Auntie Marie. I know you're talking to me about it. I know you're saying a lot of things, and you want me to discover it. But I don't know where to go. I don't know where to look. Honey, look at your life. We're so busy because of all the negative things and all the things that we've dealt with and all of this that has brought us to a place to feel like we're worthless. But the answer is right in front of you. Your worth has discovered you. Come on now. Not that you have to discover it. Do you hear me? Well, what are you saying, Candy? All you need to do is look back on your life and see how many times you were blessed, and see how many times you survived, and see how many times he loved you enough to help you live even when you didn't love yourself. Oh, that's all you need to do. Was you worthy enough to have a second chance? No. Was you worthy enough to get the job? Was you worthy? But honey, you got the second chance, and you got the job, and you have the people that love you unconditionally, honey. Oh, you don't got to discover nothing. Just look at your life. But I can't find it, Candy. It's been, I can't find it, Auntie Marie. It's been so hard for me. It's been so hard for me this life. I can't find it. I don't see what it is. We got to remove these negative thoughts that we have in our mind so we can uncover all that we have survived. I'm going to remove these thoughts that are overclouding what I have survived, and overclouding my strength, overclouding my wisdom, overclouding my knowledge, my worth, my value, overclouding all these things because I'm attaching myself and who I am by the experiences that I went through, when we should be attaching who we are by the blessings that we have, by what we have been given, even though it wasn't good enough, or we didn't make it right, and we didn't make it do right, or did we made mistakes and we still got it. That's what we should be focusing on. No matter what you've done or you haven't done, you are still worthy of love. Do you hear me, King and Queens? No matter what you have done or you didn't do, you're still worthy of love. Oh, thank you, Saucy. I appreciate you always coming through and blessing me. I love you, Queen. Whenever you have time. Come on, Gray. Let's talk about it. Come on, Zuzu. Your worth doesn't change by experience. Come on now. Honey, hey, love. Your worth doesn't change does it change with the experience you went through? Listen, your destiny, your promises, your purpose was created before you was in your mother's womb, so you was already worthy. It's just that when we were born, this life makes us live every day to forget how worthy we are. Even so much so, I'm going to get a little bit, it's going to get a little bit harder now. Even so much so that the church, religion, brings us to a place to feel in our mind that we are not worthy. But that's a lie from the pit of hell. Hey, John. Hey, love. That's a lie from the pit of hell. That's you. I mean, come on now. Juicy. Thank you, love. Coco. Zay. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's be real. I want you to put a 1 in the comments if you grew up with, or whether you heard in religion or you grew up in religion where someone told you you wasn't worthy. Sports Freak, hey, love. Where somebody said, Lord, I'm not worthy of your blessings. Put a 1 in the comments. Lord, I'm so low. Are you giving me? Oh, woe is me. That type of thing. We have been conditioned to forget our worth. We have been conditioned. We all been there. Come on, Juicy. We've been conditioned in this life to forget our worth. Well, if he's blessing me and I'm not worthy, honey, that don't make no sense. There's a reason why he's blessing me, because he believes that I'm worthy. You know why? Because he created me in his image and he loves me unconditionally. So he blesses me because I'm worthy. And we can't, we're going to get a little bit deeper. And we can't walk into all he has called for us. Come on, Zuzu. We can't walk into all he has called for us if we do not love him too. Love him, obey his commandments, then we really can walk in. You know this, we just dealing with the scraps. Let me go there. Thank you, Most High. We're dealing with the scraps. When I just said, if I wasn't worthy, he wouldn't have blessed me with the people that love me unconditionally. If I wasn't worthy, he wouldn't see to me that I'm okay. If I wasn't worthy, these little scraps things, this is just living stuff. What do you mean, Auntie Marie? What you talking about, this living stuff? What I'm saying is he blesses us with things. Yeah, he blessed me in my life. There's so much more. I don't just want the little bits of blessings. I want what was promised to me. I don't want half of it. I don't want the crumbs from the pie that I own. I want the whole dang pie. Do you hear me? That's what I want. I came to a place, I was mentally brainwashed, believing that I wasn't enough, and my pie that's on the table, the crumbs that have fell from the table, from the pie that I own, I've been laying with the dogs, eating the crumbs from a pie that he has given me that I own, and feeling like that's good enough. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I've been laying with the dogs because I don't feel like I'm worthy, and I'm eating the scraps and the crumbs from something that is mine. Come on, Gray. Come on, P. Come on, Juicy. Preacher, talk about it. I think I'm just, I'm talking about Discover Your Worth. This is National Suicide Awareness Day. I think I'm only worthy of the crumbs. Not even realizing that where the crumbs are falling from is already yours. Come on, Juicy. Come on, April. No one talks about that on the pulpit. Come on, Gray, because we're too stuck in religion and we're not spiritual enough. Do you hear me? We're too stuck in order and religion on the pulpit in these churches, worried about that. There's no freedom for him to be who he is. When the churches start being a place to house the saints and not the sinners, we have a problem. It's not, the church is supposed to be a hospital for the sinners, not the saints. When we got more saints in the pews than we have people that are hurt, there's a problem. Because all we sing is dollar signs. And don't get me wrong, I ain't talking about all churches. Because I got my churches. Do you hear me? Because all we seeing is dollar signs. But we're not seeing souls. We see money. I've been there. I've been through church hurt. 8 years of church hurt that pulled me and pushed me into depression. I know what it is. I know what it is. Come on, Zoo. Come on, Zay. I'm telling you. Coming to a place that you start believing that these pastors and preachers are God and not himself, that they make all the decisions and we're not listening to God. There's a lot going on. Come on, boss. I got something to tell you, King and Queens. My apostle, my leader at the time for 8 years, in the end, before the whole church broke up and everything, we came to a place, and you know what happened? This woman excommunicated me out the church. 8 years of work and love with families, 300 members, 350 members in the church. came to the church and said that I was never allowed back on grounds. Me. You know me. Y'all know me by my fruit. My people did too. So they knew everything was a lie. And you know what? Out of 350 people in that church, and I have never said a word to anyone. They have seed to me, and all I did was say that I love you. I did not talk bad about her, nothing. I did not. That is not my place. That is his place. That is his place. That is not my place. When we understand what order is and we understand who he is, vengeance is not ours. And to be working in a church for 8 years, dealing with families for 8 years, come to a place that you can stand over a pulpit and say, I'm never allowed back on the grounds because you're in your emotions. When they called me, come on, Zay, when they called me and told me, devilish, hey, love, Sebastian, when they called me and told me that it happened, when she was the one who told me to go to another church that Sunday, that's what she ordered me to do, because she knew what she was going to do there. Listen to me. Yes. So what happened was, when it happened, everyone was calling me. All the families, everybody. They was calling me and saying, and the Most High wouldn't let me speak. He would not let me defend myself or nothing. He said they know you by your fruit. They didn't live with you and experience you for 8 years and believe and not see your fruit and not see your help and not see your heart, right? So they called me and said, oh, she did this, that. You know, the next Sunday, there was about 15 people in that church. And I never said a word. A word. This is me, who I am. When people meet me off of Bigo, I am the same Candy that you see here. And I have at least 12 people that I've met off of here from Bigo. I am the same Candy. This is me. This is me. And the reason why it changes so many people's lives is because when we can be real with who we are, it touches home more. This is me. This isn't a show. This isn't an act. This is my life. This is Annie Marie. Right. Thank you, preacher. I'm telling you. So what happens is Mover, hey love. Great rising to you. Angel, hold these, hey love. So, hey Marie, hey gorgeous, cutest, welcome love. So only about 15 to 12 people were sitting in that church that next Sunday. And I never said a word. And the reason why I'm saying is because we're talking about worth. And this, and this life. Zoo, thank you, love. I appreciate you. Bless you. God don't play with his children. Yeah. And you know what? What hurt me so bad, which I recognized later on, that I was in depression from this thing. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you for helping me get close to my goal for stars. I appreciate you. We're going to get back to what I was talking about, especially for this discovering your worth. But I didn't even recognize 4 years later. I recognized 4 years later that I was in depression from what had happened. And I didn't even know. When the whole thing happened with the church, speeded all up. I gained weight, this and that, and all this stuff, and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And 4 years later, somebody said, why did you gain all that weight? And I found out then why I did. Because I never cried, and I never allowed my emotions to be released because I was hurt for the people that was in the church. It wasn't anything that was going in my life, but I was hurt because they didn't have a home now. They didn't have somewhere to release. And at the time, I believed that the church was the church. Now I understand that the church is in us. Every time I hit live, we have church. Come on now. As long as we're talking about him, that's all it is. The church is us. And that's the problem. And this is why we got to what me talking about this right now. We have been taught wrong for so long. We've been taught for so long, wrong for so long. There's more power in you going to a corner and healing somebody that is addicted to drugs. Do you hear me? I'm talking about the power of the Most High, where you see he walked on water. Do you hear me? I'm talking about going to a corner and seeing the hurt in somebody's homeless's eyes that feel like their next breath, they're not worth it. And seeing yourself, me, at the age of 14 in the bathroom with a knife to my wrist, sitting Indian style on the floor, looking at the white towel. I could remember like it was yesterday, staring at my wrist with the knife to my wrist, believing that I'm not worthy because my mother didn't feel like I was. Come on. Let's talk about it. Seeing that in their eyes on the corner and praying for them and delivering them and then making them feel better for themselves. There's more power. We have more power in the streets healing people than we do in the church. Come on now. I have more power on Bigo. Come on. Yes, D-Money. Thank you, love. I have more power on Bigo healing people. Hey-T, Zozo, welcome forward, love. I have more power here on live, delivering and helping people than the church. And I ain't talking about my church. But my church is my church is there. They're woke. But I'm talking about the 90% of churches that are out there that's still making us feel like we're not worthy of the crumbs of a pie that we own. He already said that we were worthy before we were created in our mother's womb. So we already had the pie, but the world has brought us to a place to sit there and start selling us what we already have, what we already own. That's what we deal with in this lifetime. That's what we deal with this government and this world, selling us back. Well, you could take some of the crumbs, and when we don't even think we're worthy of the crumbs to something that we own, because we forget because of what we go through. Jay, welcome forward, love. You better talk about it. You better talk about it. How do I discover my worth? Because we're worthy because he came and he died and he rose again. Well, how do I know my worth? Because he suffered for me and he didn't have to. He was God all by himself. He didn't have to come down and suffer for me and experience what I'm experiencing so I could have heaven on earth. He didn't have to do that, but we were worthy enough, so he did. But religion will make us feel as worthy as the dogs from under the table. Why? Because the less worthy we feel, or the less worthy they have us, the more they can control us. The more you could give me money, the more you could get me there, the more you could do this. It's easier. It's easier to control people when they low. Come on. I'm done with it. I'm talking to a people today. Yes, Sports Freak, thank you, love. I'm talking to a people today. I'm done with it. I am taking back the pie that is mine, and it has my name on it. You will not capitalize on my own energy anymore. I'm taking the pie that is mine. You ain't selling me no crumbs. Matter of fact, you ain't selling me nothing, because I'm taking back what I possess, that is entitled for me, that has a deed that has been written for me before I was conceived. It is a deed. It is an inheritance. We are purchasing our own inheritance of titles that we already have. This is what happens when we're allowing to eat these crumbs, allowing to. Do you hear me? No, no, I'm not. Do you hear me? This is what we do. I'm talking to a people right now, because we gotta wake this up just a little bit. Come on, Juicy. We're waking some things up. Today is Suicide Awareness Day, and we're gonna wake this up because it needs to. Do you hear me? Hey Joe 84, hey love. So listen, let me talk to you. Let me tell you about something. You have the title for land. You have 40 acres of land and you have the title. You have 40 acres of land. This thing is not, hold on. Because I want you guys to see that. See this. Okay. Come on, T. Let's talk about it. Come on, Angel. Hi, love. Welcome forward. Let's talk about it. Blinky Gray. Let's talk about it. You have a title to 40 acres of land. This is what we do with our life. Now, the title that you have, because it was an inheritance. You have inherited this title of land. Listen to me. Welcome forward, Powerfield. Hey, Native A. We have. Lord, I hope they catch this. We have a title of 40 acres of land because through generations we have received an inheritance. And that's what we do with our life, right? So we have 40 acres of land and we have the title. But what happens in our life is we're allowing the world and society to capitalize on stuff that we are with stuff we already own. So they're taking that 40 acres of land and they're saying, here you go. I need $2 million for you to buy this. I don't have $2 million. I need you. But I got the title right here. Forget about that. I'm not talking about your title. I need $2 million for you to have this land, 40 acres of land. I need $2 million for this 40 acres of land. But I have the title. I'm not worried about that. I need $2 million for this 40 acres of land. How are you going to pay me? Well, I don't got $2 million. I mean, I got like $5 right now. The next week, maybe I might have 100. So you just pay me as you go. You pay me what you can. We give the $5, we give the $100 the next month. That whole year we go through, we only give $500, and we're working towards buying something we already own. And that's what we do when we settle for the crumbs under the table of a pie that we own. This is what happens in this life. You have been promised something. Why? Because you have royalty flowing through your veins. You are a God being. You was created by the Most High in His image. I didn't just say created, but let's talk the word. It says in His image. Do you hear me? That means that I am a part of Him and He is a part of me. So when I need to remember that, the reason why you keep, it's our land. Come on, Juicy. The reason why you keep paying up is because you don't remember that you got the title. When are we going to wake up and remember that the pie is ours? When are we going to wake up and remember that the title is ours? That the promises is mine? What is mine is mine. It has my name on it. I don't care how hard you run the race. I don't care if you make it before I do. When you get to the reward, you can't claim it because your name ain't on it. Come on, King and Queens. Talk about it. Yes, Angel. Yes, T. Yes, Jay. Let's talk about it. I'm waking up to what is mine. No, I'm not sleeping with the dogs, taking crumbs from the pie that is mine. I'm standing up, sitting at the table, and taking all that has been promised for me. Let's talk about it. Come on, Glow. Yes, Angel. So I'm telling you, we're not going to come to a place. I know my worth because it was already stated before I was even born. We're not discovering our worth anymore. It's already here. We're just not looking around. We don't have to discover anything. Our worth has discovered us. But we're too blind to see it. You don't gotta hunt, honey. You ain't gotta find, come on, beloved. You ain't gotta look hard. Look back on what you experienced. Look at what you have now. That's all you need to do. You have overcome the very thing that was purposed to kill you. That your worth is right there. You've been created in His image. Your worth is right there. You've been promised life and that more abundantly. Your worth is right there. All you need to do is look in the book and and go over every promise that he has spoken for you, and you will recognize your worth. And you will see that it's not to be discovered because you're living proof of it. Come on now. We're so busy trying to find something that's right before our eyes. The doctor said I would never make it. The toxic relationship was supposed to kill me. I dealt with abuse and I survived it. I was in church hurt and I'm still here to love myself. Come on, it was written, it was spoken. Let's talk about it, Juicy. It's not to be discovered, I'm living it. Come on now. It's not to be discovered. It's not lost, honey. You're breathing. Come on. It's not lost, honey. You're breathing. Come on, T. Talk about it. T28, let's talk about it. I love when you guys comment. Come on, it's real. I'm a living survivor of suicide. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Let's just be a little bit real. There was a point in my life that I felt like the next breath I didn't even deserve to breathe. The greatest gift that we could ever have is life itself. We could just stop there. That's how you know you're worthy. Why? Because you're living. You're living. People don't even get a chance to. Come on, Jay. Life. The greatest gift in all of eternity is to live. I don't care what you have, car, house, children. I'm talking to somebody. I don't care parents. I don't care friends, family, money, houses, deeds, jobs. I don't care what you have. When you're laying in the hospital or you're laying on your deathbed, the only thing that you will ask for is life. And that's what tells you is the most precious thing in life. Just a little bit longer so I can be with my children. Let me just have another year so I could love on my spouse. Let me get 3 months, Lord, so I can just get it all together. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I feel somebody, I'm telling you. Yes, Jay. Yes, come on, T. The only thing we want at our deathbed is more time to live. And that's how you know that you're worthy. Because you're able to live today. You're breathing today. You're living today. Remember to take back what you already. Don't forget about your titles. Don't forget about what you possess. Don't forget about what has been written. Don't forget about what you already own. It don't matter, like I said, you stumble, you fall. In this race that you're running, you're worthy enough for the prize that it has your name on it. Come on now. It didn't talk about how you got there and how many times you fell and how many times you messed up. Miss V, hey love. Guess what? I love you. How about that? I love you. I love you. Lucky, hey love. Right, come on, J Glow. Let's talk about it. It don't matter how tired you are, how many times you fall, if you tripped, if you broke something, if you stopped for a while and some years. Come on, it don't matter. None of that matters because your name is on the reward. As long as you make it past the finish line, honey, the Most High don't work on time. And he was always ready. Come on, Coco. Hey, love. Yes, great rising to you. Do better. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. He is always ready for you. Are you? He is ready. Are you? Thank God. Remember what I said. We're not going to allow people to capitalize on our worth anymore. We're going to take what's ours because it's been already written before we were created in your mother's womb. I come